Hi everyone, Jeff here and welcome back to the CarbuyingTips.com channel. Guess what? Today we are testing out some of these great tire and wheel cleaners to see which one is the best. And we're going to be comparing those Turtle Wax wheel cleaners to three of the best in the industry. Now we've done product reviews in the past where we've shown you two of these, the Meguiars and the Sonax, and these are two very high-end products. So we're going to give each of these their own tire and let's take a look and see how they do. Now these are the two new products that Turtle Wax sent us over to review, and these are both from the Hybrid Solutions line, which is their top-of-the-line products. So this first product that we're going to use here from the Turtle Wax meant here to be used on the entire wheel and the tire. Not all cleaners are meant to be used on both. Now this also contains polymers that help reduce the contaminant buildup, so it makes future cleanings even easier by repelling a lot of the dirt that would otherwise get soaked into the tire. Now this one here is from Turtle Wax's Hybrid Solutions Pro line. So what this has on here is a rapid decon technology. So this is meant to be used on the wheels only and on paint. So what this does is this has an iron remover, so this dissolves all of that brake dust on the front of your car, the windows. This is color changing technology, so when you spray it on, you'll see it change within a minute. So as you can see, Turtle Wax has some very big shoes to fill here, folks, because if you're going to try to get in a sandbox and play with this cast of characters, man, you'd better bring it. There's no room for second place here. We will follow the directions for each of the manufacturers, spraying the product on the wheel and then using a pressure washer to remove product afterwards, and we'll see whatever is left. We're going to use each product according to the manufacturer's instructions. Spray it on the wheel. We're not going to use any type of mechanical agitation with brushes or anything. And then we're going to hose it off with a pressure washer and see how much dirt it gets off. If there's a lot of dirt left, we will then give it a second application and we will use agitation with the brushes. Most of the wheel products tell you only to spray it onto a dry wheel, probably because they don't want you to dilute down their formula. The Turtle Wax tells you to rinse off the wheel first to get rid of all the loose dirt and also to cool down the metal just in case you're doing it out in the sun. And here, after only a few minutes, you can see just how much of the brown stuff it was able to dissolve off of the tire. And here you can see all of the suds turning brown there, and you can see just how much of the brown has dripped down onto the floor without any scrubbing or anything yet. We haven't even used a pressure washer yet. Okay, so I started spraying some of the Sonax on here now, and they want you to spray it onto a cool, dry wheel in the shade, not in the direct sunlight, and don't let it heat up. And they don't want you to let it dry either. So if you see it starting to dry before your 4 minutes is up, then you need to spray a little more on to wet the whistle there. So you can see it's already turning purple here for us, and then we'll go ahead after about 4 minutes and we will rinse it off with the pressure sprayer. And as you can see, the Sonax, just like the Turtle Wax, did a pretty good job of cleaning everything off. Just inside the drum here, there's just still a little bit of dirt. All of them need some type of agitation. You don't really see it that much until you wipe it off of the rim. But you can see why this is such a respected product, because you saw how filthy that was. 6 months of not cleaning this wheel, I can see how shiny and silver the inside of the drum is on this. So the Sonax did not disappoint. much purple is there right on the ground at the bottom of the tire there. That's how much of the iron brake dust that it dissolved. So the Turtle Wax Rapid Decon Wheel Cleaner did a really good job. You saw just how much it changed color to that purple there, meaning it was dissolving all of the iron. And there's very little dirty film coming off on my fingers, just a teeny bit in some of the little nooks and crannies. But all of these cleaners are going to need some type of agitation. But you can see just how well this Turtle Wax Rapid Decon Wheel Cleaner did here without any agitation at all. It got that wheel pretty clean. Now, as we've had a chance to allow the wheels to dry, look at the Turtle Wax Hyper Foam. It actually did a great job on the tire and got rid of all of the brown that was on there. Not all tire cleaners and wheel cleaners can do this. Many of them claim that they remove the brown, but this one was one of the few that we've seen that's capable of really removing it. And there was just a teeny bit left. So now in this stage, we're going to be applying the products with physical agitation, because we have found that just using a pressure sprayer alone does not help, even with 2100 psi. The dirt and the brake dust really does need to be physically wiped and removed off of there. So this stage of the game now, we're coming back showing how well the cleaners did with no physical agitation. Now we're showing you the actual correct way that you should be cleaning your tires. And you can see here that after a few moments of the Turtle Wax being on the tire, you can see more of the brown starting to dissolve and run down. So this is a very thorough product. And then the little bit of dirt that was left, it's all gone now. And we'll know for sure once this tire is dry whether that brown is completely gone. Okay, now we're going to scrub down the wheel and tire. And as you can see, it's a great testament to how well Sonax worked, because there's not much purple coming off this second time around, meaning it got it the first time. Now, if we can't get all of the brown off of these tires, we'll probably come back and hit them with the Turtle Wax, because it seemed to have done a pretty good job removing the brown stains. Remember, not all wheel cleaners are suitable to remove the brown stains off of tires, because that's not what they're formulated for. They're formulated more for the brake dust. Okay, in with the wheel release. Get as much of the drum as we can get, and then the outside. Now we switch to the smaller wheel woolies. You can see some of the purple coming out now because we were hitting areas that we didn't get to before. Now we pressure rinse. Sometimes the dirt really wants to bond. I can see a little bit of film right there. I'm just going to hit it a little bit with the wheel woolies. So you have to be real studious here about this, and you really want to check every single spot. Every little bit of dirt film there will prevent the reflection. See, now it's nice and clean. Nothing's coming off of my finger. So again, excellent product. And this is why you can see why we suggest that no matter what product you always use some type of mechanical, physical agitation to separate all of the remaining dirt residue off of your rims. Okay, this has a little dirt there. Just keep going at it so you don't see any more. Now, just like the Turtle Wax, you'll notice here that the P&S Brake Buster also left a little bit of brown, just a very little bit. So we're in the same boat as we were with Turtle Wax. So we're going to apply that second spray of it, and then this time use physical agitation. And I think we're going to see a little more of that stuff coming down here and changing color. The iron brake dust, because I can still see some back in there, unless this is just bonded dirt, but we'll see in a second here. Yeah, so as I look right here, I can sort of see just a little bit of brown discoloration, meaning that yes, there was indeed still some of the brown left on the tires, and we're seeing how well that's cleaning them off. Okay, it's been a few minutes. We're going to pull out the mother's brush, and now you can see more and more how it's turning brown. See? Let's try to scrub all of that off. So you can see on the tires we use a much stiffer brush, and then on the rims we're using those soft wheel woolies made out of carpet. Now we power wash. Okay, now with the Meguiars, we're going to give it a second application also. And you can see there's quite a bit of the brown left. Remember, the Meguiars is a wheel cleaner, not a tire cleaner. It's not formulated for this brown stuff. So this time we're going to apply it and do the physical agitation and see how well that works. And keep in mind too, these tires were let like this for 6 months. You know, if you're in maintenance mode where you've already deep cleaned your wheels and everything's fine, you're not going to have to go through this kind of work. All right, let's get scrubbing and wheel woollying with the Meguiars. There's only a little bit of brown coming out. This tire didn't really have a whole lot to begin with. Let's do the wheel woolies. Now as we look back here at this tire that we originally did with this Turtle Wax Hyper Foam, you can see it actually did quite a stellar job here removing all of the brown off of the tires. So we've used numerous cleaners over the years and they just don't seem to be able to get the brown off. And so it's pretty refreshing to see that Turtle Wax could do it because, you know, I'm holding my breath. You know, these guys are going up against some big contenders here and they stuck it out to the end and did quite well with this. And I think the reason why we're seeing this kind of success is that the Turtle Wax engineers, they've got some pretty good chemical engineers, folks. This company's been around for 75 years, owned by the same family. And when they do these product announcements and they actually bring in the chemical engineers to tell you what they've done, it's pretty amazing. And now that the tire that we use the PNS brake buster on is dried, you can see it also did a great job removing all of the brown stains off of the rubber tire. And that is because this product was formulated to clean rims and tires. Just like the Turtle Wax has corrosion inhibitors, so once you've used it on the tire, it helps protect it from coming back in the future. Just make sure to clean your wheels and tires on a regular basis. Now, after cleaning all 4 of these tires and wheels with all of these wheel cleaning products, which one do you think works the best? Well, we'll give you our opinion. So in our opinion, we have a tie here between the Turtle Wax Hyper Foam Wheel and Tire Cleaner and Prep and the PNS Brake Buster. And remember, folks, that doesn't mean that these 3 products are lame. I mean, these are quite good, actually. The Meguiars and the Sonax, which we have tested for you before in previous videos, and I'll put a link to that down in the description for you. But these have proven themselves to be just world-class wheel cleaners and removing especially the iron dust. So these are formulated to specifically dissolve the iron dust and perform decontamination for you on your rims. So the reason why these 2 are our winners is what these bring to the table here for you folks is these are dual purpose. So these will clean both the rims and the tires. In fact, when you look here on the bottle for the hybrid, it says wheel cleaner and tire prep. And prep meaning that it will get that tire completely clean for you, ready to put the glaze on. And also here, the PNS brake duster says right here on the bottle, cleans and brightens for both tires and rims. And of course, both of these are pH balanced. They're not acidic, they're not going to hurt your rims. So you're getting the best of both worlds. These were the only 2 products of the 5 that we tested here today that could get the wheel nice and black here. It got rid of all of the brown. Now, it did take 2 applications of this, which sometimes that will happen when you're trying to get rid of those brown stains off of tires. Those are very difficult to get off. And hopefully it won't come back if you seal the tire good enough. Now that we have our 2 winners here for cleaning our tires, what do we do for protection and tire glaze and all of that stuff? Well, we're going to compare a couple of different products for our next video. So stay tuned because we're going to see which one of these does the best job. So thank you so much for joining us today, folks, and we'll see you on the next one.